Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage. They face second down and 7. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Third down, 3 to go. Play action. It's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game. Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. In motion, Shakir. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. We'll try and run here with Cook. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Big-time play there for Buffalo. 38 yards. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get forward for a couple. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop. So after one, it's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with Cook. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Nowhere to go, he is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Goff to throw on 1st down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. Throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. That's caught by Gibbs.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Listen. We're good. On 2nd down, Goff. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Goff. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He'll go play action here with Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They've got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
18 yards on the pickup there. 1st down, Detroit.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's got it at the 1. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Down the field, he's got safe ground. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down. Goff to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. A gain of 13. Good for a Lions 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. The Lions add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? If they're able to do that here, they tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They're a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To throw again, it's Allen. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Goff. Pocket isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running it with David Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Another one for Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 4th down, Goff throwing. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
On 1st down, it's gone. Throw complete to Williams. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Goff. That's complete to Samuel Porter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 2nd and 5. Pass is caught at the 9. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Now try Gibbs again. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with a loss, and make a difficult.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Lions finish off their opening drive. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Goff. Patrick with the catch. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Gibbs now from the gun. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 10 now. Gets this one to Patrick. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Escapes the pocket. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, now you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Goff on 3rd. And this one's going to be close. Did he get both feet inside the chalk? Oh, no, he did not. Great effort, but an incomplete pass. On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push their lead to 4.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Well, Brock Barton, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Montgomery now up the middle. Broke through the tackle. And working a couple yards past the line. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 32. Stays in the pocket. Isn't moving up. They're into the drop in. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Third and just 2 to go. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Gibbs. And they make the play at the 23. A gain of only a little. Only 1 yard for them, and now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th and short.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Bates' kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
An offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
2nd and 13. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Second and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Hey, come on. DC.
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you. Seeing that in real time, I didn't know if they got enough. But credit that first to a tremendous effort, and secondly to know exactly what he needed to go get that extra yard.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions down by 7. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 41. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Back to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it's going to be 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. To throw. This is complete to Patrick. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Setting up to pass. And he brings it in. Touchdown. Big decision coming up for down. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive.
If you're trying to do something, you got to lead with it.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. It's taken in by Williams. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
They don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We get a regular when we take up on the land strip. Know that you like all the attention.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here he is to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
To throw again here. 2nd and 10. It's Goff. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Throwing is gone. He finds Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Running on second with Montgomery. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And the Lions into a nickel set for third down. Now gone. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first. They give up the gun to Montgomery. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Off play action, Goff. He's on the move. He takes it himself. But he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And it's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down around the 34. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. He's going to push one deep down the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we still can't decide a winner in this one. Let's reset that clock and do it all over again. What do you say? Another overtime is coming your way. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Goff. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Throwing again, it's Goff. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. They've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third, as they'll have none remaining in OT. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. This from 48 on the left hash. That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And we're going to keep playing on in OT.
They sure gave him a chance, Kate. They went for the field goal that could have won the game. Safe to say, and this is the hard part about it being a kicker, is that image is going to flash through his head for a long time. But for now, we play on. Let's go.
And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuck.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Laporta with the grab. A lot of minutes on the move here. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions go up by 6. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field. the home of the Lions. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Man in motion, heading left. Down on the run with this jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On the ground, it's Mixon. And he'll take this back to the 43-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle. Man in motion, it's Diggs. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. The Lions called their first timeout. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in